Okay, Hare Krishna. Welcome to the session on Bhagavad Gita Chapter 6, Dhyāna Yoga. So not last week, but the previous class, we discussed until Sloka number 17. Yuktahara viharasya tachestasya karmasu tasvapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Very good. Fully trained, fully prepared and came. చదువుతారు దీంట్లో ఓకే వెరీ నైస్ ఓకే సో టుడే శ్లోక నంబర్ 18. Actually, I also wanted to recite Narsimha Stuti. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll discuss this for 1 hour or so, or until 1:45, something like that. And we'll call all the children also, and together we can recite Narsimha Stuti. Yeah. Okay. సరిత మీరు వచ్చి ఇక్కడ చైర్ మీద కూర్చోవచ్చు.
ప్రభుజీ
ఇక్కడ చైర్ మీద కూర్చోవచ్చు మీరు.
మీ ముందు మేము ఎలా చైర్ లో కూర్చుంటాం ప్రభుజీ?
No, then from that day onwards, I'll also start sitting on chair.
Okay. Sure, Prabhuji. At the next week.
I need some promotion. Yeah. Yeah, you should come. If you're able to sit in the car, you can come and sit in the chair here.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. రంజిత్ అదే కండిషన్ పెట్టారు, నువ్వు పైన కూర్చుంటారంటే తీసుకెళ్తా, కింద కూర్చున్నప్పుడే తీసుకెళ్ళని చెప్పారు.
పైన చైర్ మీద కూర్చోవచ్చు.
Yeah, I'll come next.
Yeah. Okay, Bhagavad Gita Chapter 6, Sloka number 18. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha yadā viniyataṁ-Dhyāna ātmaṇyevāvatisthate nispruha sarva-kāmebhyo yukta ityuchyate tadhā. Yada, when, viniyatam, particularly disciplined, cittam, the mind and its activities, atmani, in the transcendence, eva, certainly, avatisthate, becomes situated, nispruhaha, devoid of desire, sarva, for all kinds of, kāmebhyaha, material sense gratification, yuktaha, well situated in yoga, iti, thus, uchyate, is said to be, tada, at that time. When the yogi, by practice of yoga, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, devoid of all material desires, he is said to be well established in yoga. So here, Krishna is explaining the Pratyāhāra stage. In the Ashtanga Yoga, there are 8 limbs, right? Starting with Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyāhāra, Dharana, Dhyāna, Samadhi. So the last 3, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, they are related to the mind. Okay? They are related to the mind. How mind gradually becomes situated in the object of meditation. You know, if the yogi is meditating on Paramatma, or if somebody is meditating on Shamasundara form, or if somebody is meditating on void, nothing, shunyam. So whatever is the object of meditation, when that meditation becomes completely 100% fixed, then that is samadhi. But before that, there are dharana and dhyana, 2 more stages. Okay. And before dharana, dhyana, before these the mind related stages, the stage is pratyāhāra. Pratyāhāra is related to senses, sense control. Okay. So in this stage, a yogi initially he will stop eating food, then he will start drinking water. Venkatesh is saying yes. No food for him. Then eventually he will stop even breathing also. They intake the breath and then they sustain the breath for a long time and then they take another breath. And slowly they will, eventually they'll do this breathing in long cycles and eventually they will even stop breathing. That means they take one breath and with that breath only, whatever lifetime they live, or next 100 years or 200 years, they'll be able to live. So, but that comes with a lot of sadhana before. So this is Pratyāhāra. Ahara means basically something that you intake, whether it is food, water or air, something that you intake is ahara. Pratyāhāra, that means opposite, you reject, you avoid eating food, water and taking air. When the yogi, by practice of yoga, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, devoid of all material desires, he is said to be well established in yoga. Hmm? Hmm?
What is the meaning of samadhi?
Samadhi. So it is, your mind is completely fixed on the object and you don't have any other thoughts. You don't have any other thoughts. See, right now, when you are chanting or when a yogi is meditating, in the initial stage, there will be all kinds of thoughts coming into the mind. But the yogi is not disturbed. The thoughts will be coming, but the yogi is never disturbed with those thoughts. Yogi will become an observer. This is what in the yoga classes they mention, right? Observer. Become an observer. Just witness. Yeah. Just observe the thoughts. Just become a witness of the thoughts, but don't react, don't respond, don't be agitated, don't be disturbed by the thoughts. And the yogi will be able to do that. But this is Dharana Dhyana stage. But in the advanced Samadhi stage, his mind is completely fixed on the object. There's no other thought coming in the mind.
Meditation is different from samadhi. Meditation is also we are focusing on only one object, right?
No, Samadhi is the advanced stage of meditation. It's the advanced stage of meditation. Yeah.
If you say object, right, then duality comes in. I think there is no object when you are in samadhi, right? It is like you met, like it's like there's no object in that format. When you reach that stage.
No, Ashtanga yogis, they meditate on Paramatma. They meditate on Super Soul.
Yeah, but if he mentions object, right, then all dualities will come into play.
So there are
beyond that stage.
Yeah, there are two kinds of people who practice meditation, right? One is they are called as Shunyavadis. Okay, Shunyavadi means they meditate on nothing, voidism.
Light.
For them, even light is also an object, right?
No, light is formless, right?
It's formless, but it's an object. So for them, it's like vacuum. It's vacuum. They meditate on vacuum. They meditate on vacuum.
What is this?
Maybe he's meditating on vacuum cleaner at home. At home, he's meditating on vacuum cleaner. So vacuum, and that's, see, what's the population of this world? 7 billion. Out of 7 billion population, maybe there are hardly 700 people who can do that, who can meditate on shunya, voidism. First of all, it's very difficult to comprehend that concept. Whenever we want to do anything, the mind tries to imagine something. Now, the problem with this voidism, shunyam, is you cannot even imagine anything. The moment you imagine, that means the definition of voidism is defeated. So you cannot imagine anything. There should not be any object. I don't even know how to do how they do this. So those people, they don't have any object. But the Ashtanga yogis, they who sit in Himalayas and meditate, right? Most of them, they meditate on Paramatma, Super Soul. That's what Krishna mentions in this chapter. So here, in the 6.18, devoid of all material desires. This is controlling the senses. So here Krishna is talking about the topic of controlling the senses. Pratyāhāra, controlling the senses. How big is the purport? Okay. So whenever the control of senses is mentioned, we discussed this topic in the past. During the topic of art of controlling mind, we discussed about senses also. But whenever the control of senses is discussed in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, wherever, the best example that is given from the Shastra is Ambarish Maharaj example. As Prabhupada writes in the purport here, Savai mana Krishna padara vindayor vachamsi vaikunta gunanuvarnane karau harer mandira marjanadishu shrutim chakratchuta sakkathodhaye mukunda lingalaya darshane drushau tadbhrutya gatra sparshenga sangamam घ्राणं च तत्पाद सरोज सौरभे श्रीमत्तुलस्या रसनां तदर्पिते पादौ हरे क्षेत्रपदानुस्पर्शने शिरो हृषीकेशपदाभिवन्दने कामं च धास्येन तु कामकाम्यया यदोत्तमश्लोक जनाश्रया रतिः. King Ambarisha, first of all, engaged his mind. So here in this shloka, in this set of shlokas, okay, from Bhagavatam, 9th canto, chapter 4, 18 to 20. These three shlokas, Shukadeva Goswami is explaining Ambarish Maharaj, how he engaged all of his senses in devotional service to Krishna. King Ambarisha, first of all, engaged his mind on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Then, one after another, he engaged his words in describing the transcendental qualities of the Lord, his hands in mopping the temple of the Lord, his ears in hearing of the activities of the Lord, his eyes in seeing the transcendental forms of the Lord, his body in touching the bodies of the devotees, his senses of smell, in smelling the scents of the lotus flowers offered to the Lord, his tongue in tasting the tulasi leaf offered at the lotus feet of the Lord, his legs in going to places of pilgrimage and the temple of the Lord, his head in offering obeisances unto the Lord, and his desires in executing the mission of the Lord. All these transcendental activities are quite befitting a pure devotee.
It is same as Jihve Kirtaya.
Same as Jihve Kirtaya. Yeah. From Mukundamala Stotra, Kulshekara Alvar also says something similar to this. So I'll show that shloka also. We just discussed that shloka on Friday, right? In the evening class.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Jihve Kirtaya shloka. Yeah.
With beautiful slides.
With beautiful slides. Welcome to physics class. No, not this one. This is Samadhi is discussed in the next one actually. Huh?
She asked, right? Set of slides are there. Samadhi, she asked.
Samadhi. Oh, by the way, Samadhi means not the graveyard Samadhi.
That's what both are like. That's Samadhi. In meditation also we will sit now, Prabhuji. In meditation also we will sit. That both are same, but we will engaged fully in and they. I'm not getting proper word for that. Samadhi and leano అయిపోతుంది.
Your mind is completely fixed. Yeah, that is Samadhi.
Meditation and కొంచెం duration for the short duration, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Samadhi is advanced stage of meditation. Yeah. So what is the Sanskrit name or Telugu name for meditation? Dhyana. Dhyana. In the Dhyanam there are 3 stages. Dhyana, Dharana and Samadhi. 3 stages. Preliminary, middle, advanced stages. Like that. Not this one.
You can ask questions to Friday class what I have presented to my students.
Oh, it will.
Ask a question to them. Yeah. So in Mukundamala Stotra also, there is a beautiful shloka similar to what is mentioned in Bhagavatam 9th canto about Ambarish Maharaj, how Ambarish Maharaj used all of his senses in performing devotional service to the Lord, how he used different limbs in various activities. So here the shloka, it's around the wheel, okay? I don't think I have the full shloka in a paragraph. So let's, you go around the wheel. जिह्वे कीर्तय केशवं मुररिपुं चेतो भज श्रीधरं पाणिध्वन्द्वसमर्चयाच्युतकथा श्रोत्रद्वयत्वं शृणु कृष्णं लोकय लोचनद्वयहरेर्गच्छाङ्घ्रियुग्मालयम् जिग्रग्राणमुकुन्दपादतुलसी मूर्धन्यमादोक्षजम्. So, the first one is Jihve Kirtaya Keshava. Use the tongue in glorifying the Lord, Keshava. Something similar in that purport also, right? What is mentioned in that purport there? About Ambarish Maharaj?
Use tongue to chant Krishna.
Describing the transcendental qualities.
Telugu unda? Okay.
Describing the transcendental qualities.
Describing the transcendental qualities of the Lord. Cheto bhaje Sridharam. Chetas means the mind. Oh mind, worship the Supreme Lord Sridhara. That means this is meditation, this is Dhyana. Always fixing your mind upon Sridhara. Pani Dvandva Samarchaya. Engage both the hands in offering pranama and engage the hands in doing some archana. You know, pushparchana or deepa dhupa naivedya archana, all of these things. Okay? Doing archana, doing worship with different paraphernalia, different ingredients. Basically, when you do arati is archana, right? Worship. When you do archanam, arati, you are actually offering all the pancha mahabhuta to God. That means whatever we received from God, we are offering back to Him. Panchamahabhuta. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. So what is earth? In the Arati, what is earth?
Prabhuji, our body itself is a Panchbhuta, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, but are we offering our body? That's an advanced stage. That is complete surrender. So we are not at that stage.
The cotton wick,
Hmm?
the cotton wick,
Cotton wick, no.
the
That is deepam.
the lamp.
That is fire. That is fire. So what is earth in
Deepam. Deepam అంటే కిందది. అంటే కింద
Pramida?
That
No.
oh,
We are not offering Pramida. We are offering that light. We are offering that deepam. We say idam deepam samarpayami or idam deepam jagannadhayate namaha. Like that. We don't offer the Pramida. we don't say idam Pramida samarpayami.
so is the Prabhuji object or physical or virtual? It's a
Physical.
physical.
What does ChatGPT say?
Not able to pick up.
Not able to pick up.
Pushpam may be correct.
Earth. Huh? Who said Pushpam? ChatGPT. Yeah.
Because it is coming from wealth, right?
Yeah. So Pushpam. Because the fragrance in the flower comes from earth molecules. Krishna tells in 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Punyo Gandha Prudivyamcha. Punyo Gandha Prudivyamcha. I am the fragrance in the earth. Prithvi. Prithvi ante earth. Punyo Gandha. Gandha is smell. Beautiful smell, fragrance. Punya Gandha means beautiful fragrance, aromatic fragrance, good fragrance. Punyo Gandha Prudivyamcha. So the flower, different flowers get different fragrance, even though they are coming from the same earth molecules, but the same earth molecules, when they are mixed in different permutations and combinations, they produce a different smell. Okay, so the flower is the earth. Next, water. Water, directly water. Argyam. Okay. Next, earth, water, fire. Fire is the deepam. Deepam samarpayami. Earth, water, fire, air. What is air? Both chamara and also incense sticks. Incense sticks also air. Chamara is also air. Next, finally, earth, water, fire, air, ether. What is ether? In the Arati, what is ether?
From the instant stick, the one can become it is.
No, that is air. Yeah.
What is the other meaning of ether?
In Telugu, what is that? Ether? Telugu.
In Telugu, Shunyam actually. Ether is Shunyam. Akasham, correct. Yeah. Shankh. Shankh. Blowing the conch shell, Shankh, that is ether. Sound basically. You're offering sound. You're offering sound. Okay, the sound vibration. That is ether.
Bell.
Bell is also, yes, bell is also. But more than bell, the Shankh is the perfect example. Yeah. So that means with both hands, we are offering all these different ingredients to Bhagavan. That means whatever we are receiving from Bhagavan, we are offering back to him. Okay? Panidvandva samarchaya achyutakata shrotradvayatvam shrunu. With the ears, we have to hear Achyuta Katha, the Krishna Katha, Hari Katha. Krishnam lokaya lochanadvaya. Krishnam lokaya. Lokaya means to see. Lochana, the eyes. Lochanadvaya, the two eyes. With the two eyes, always look at the beautiful form of the Lord. There's a beautiful sloka by Rupa Goswami. in Vidagdha Madhava. It's a drama. There are two dramas written by Rupa Goswami, Vidagdha Madhava and Lalita Madhava. One is about the Leelas in Vrindavan. Vidagdha Madhava is the Leelas in Vrindavan, and Lalita Madhava is about the Leelas in Dwaraka and Mathura, outside Vrindavan. So Rupa Goswami writes beautifully in the form of shlokas. It's like a drama. Generally, when you write a drama script, it's all English sentences, right? But these great poets, especially Rupa Goswami, is one of the greatest scholars. So he writes the entire drama script in Sanskrit shlokas. So there, he uses one phrase, one adjective to describe the eyes, our eyes. He says, the eyes are Pana Patra Lochana. Pana Patra Lochana. What is Lochana? Means eyes. What is Pana Patra?
Beetle leaf.
No. Not the pan. Pana. Patra is vessel. Pana. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं पाना मतलब to drink. Pana means to drink, right? Pina, pana, to drink. In Hindi it is pina, but in Sanskrit pana means to drink. Pana patra means something to drink, a vessel to drink, right? So you have this vessel to drink. This can be called as pana patra. So Rupa Goswami calls the two eyes, to our eyes, not Krishna's eyes, our eyes as Pana Patra, Pana Patra Lochana. That means these are the two vessels to drink the nectar from the beautiful form of the Lord. Pana Patra Lochana. That means you drink the nectar. With your eyes, you drink the nectar of the beautiful form of the Lord. So what a beautiful, analogy there. Pana Patra Lochana. Here the word Lochana is there. That's why he reminded the shloka.
Tongue makes sense. For eyes, how can it drink?
With eyes, how can you drink?
Yeah, tongue makes sense.
But not only eyes, Prabhu, even Bhagavatam we say, right? We drink from the ears also, right? So every sense organ is to drink.
You drink with your ears, you smell with your nose. You smell with your ears, you see through your ears, and you see with the nose also. So you do multiple functions with different limbs, different functions with different limbs. There's a shloka in Brahma Samhita. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti Pashyanti panti kalayam chiran jaganti Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti. That means Krishna has this ability of doing multitasking with any of his limbs. With each of his limbs, he can do multitasking. Now when you offer bhoga, you offered bhoga, right? Before the class was begin, you offered bhoga. Did Krishna eat? No. Did he eat? Yes or no? Huh? No.
My answer is like eating by seeing them.
No. Answer is yes or no.
Yes.
Only multiple choice.
Yes.
Yes. He ate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How did he eat?
With eyes.
Simply by glancing. With his eyes, he eats. So he can do multitasking with any of his limbs. With the same eye, he can smell. With the same eye, he can eat. With the same eye, he can even sing actually. With the eye, he can sing. And we are part and parcel of Krishna. So we can also do that. But it requires some training. The training is available in Bhagavatam. And that training, And you can get the training if you attend evening classes. Correct, Sarita? Sarita, is that right?
100% correct.
100%. See, the same shloka we discussed Friday evening, in the class. But we discussed at a very great detail, at a PhD level. What I am discussing here is a graduation level.
మా కళ్ళతో గ్రోలేం మేము.
Huh?
మా కళ్ళతో గ్రోలేం ఏమంటారు ఇంగ్లీష్ లో?
చూస్తారు కదా మీరు, కళ్ళతో చూస్తున్నారు అక్కడ.
యా, కళ్ళతో.
జిగ్రఘ్రాణ ముకుంద పాద తులసీం. Oh nose, smell the tulasi leaf offered at the feet of Mukunda. Murdhannamadokshajam. Oh head, bow down to the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay.
Feet also
Walking to all the temples.
Yeah, walking to all the temples. So from next week onwards, don't come in the car. Walk.
At least use a bicycle. Follow.
Okay, so now Venkatesh and Sri Lakshmi, you read one column and you read the other column. Okay, I will say the name of the sense. Venkatesh, you take material and you take divine. Okay.
I'm giving material to her.
Tongue.
Overeating and gossiping.
Chanting Murariti.
Mind.
Material anxieties.
Meditating on Sridhara.
Hands.
Holding wealth.
Performing Archana.
You random Prabhu.
Ears.
Hearing mundane news.
Hearing Achyuta Katha.
Eyes.
Lusting over forms.
Beholding Krishna.
Feet.
Wandering aimlessly.
Walking to Harik Alayam.
Nose.
Smelling mundane perfumes.
Smelling sacred Tulasi.
Head.
Arrogance and pride.
Bowing to Adokshajam.
Yeah, very good.
ప్రభుజీ నిన్నే వాళ్ళ మ్యారేజ్ యానివర్సరీ ప్రభుజీ.
అందుకే వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చాను.
కరెక్ట్ గా ఇచ్చాను.
అందుకే వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చాను. Adokshaja is the name of the Lord, one of the names of the Lord. Adokshaja means one who is beyond the conception of the material senses. We have all these senses, through tongue, through mind, through hands, ears, eyes, feet, nose, head. We cannot understand God. Even if you use your feet to come to the temple, you cannot understand Him. Even if you hear the katha with your ears, you cannot understand Him. But even after doing all this, you can understand God only with His mercy. Only when you have His mercy, only when He shows His mercy, we can understand. When Arjuna saw the Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga, Vishwarupa form in Bhagavad Gita, in Kurukshetra war, Arjuna could not see anything. First Krishna displayed that beautiful, gigantic, universal form. Arjuna did not see anything. He was seeing only light. Then Arjuna said, "Oh Krishna, I cannot see anything." Then Krishna said, "Divyam dadhami te chakshuhu." I'll give you divine eyes, then you can see. So Krishna gives that divya jnana, divya chakshu, then Arjuna was able to see it. Like that, we will become qualified for Krishna's mercy when we engage all of these senses in devotional service. And then when we receive Krishna's mercy, we'll be able to see Him, we'll be able to understand Him. So that's why the name Adokshaja. Aksha means eye. It represents the senses. Adha, Ado Akshaja. That means beyond the comprehension of the eyes, beyond the comprehension of the senses. Okay. Now here, what we have seen is how one has to engage the senses in devotional service of the Lord. Now what do the yogis do? Yogis who are practicing Ashtanga Yoga, what do they do? What do they do?
They don't exercise. They actually stop exercising the senses, right?
They stop exercising senses, Pratyāhāra, right?
They don't eat, they don't drink, they don't see anything.
Yeah. So they avoid engaging the senses, which is very difficult. They completely avoid engaging the senses. Avoid eating food, avoid drinking water, avoid doing any work, avoid breathing, all those things, which is very difficult, extremely difficult. Just imagine how long will it take? Even for one sense, how long will it take? Now, when we are engaging our senses and when we are asked to develop love for God, that is not possible for us. And imagine the situation of yogis. They have to completely avoid engaging the senses. And now look at this beautiful picture here. Have you ever seen Arjuna with a beard? Huh?
From where, which place, which time?
No, AI generated this. Yeah. Usually it's good. See, look at the previous picture. This is good, right? I don't know how she put. Yeah. I don't know how she put beard here. Maybe she likes doing this. No. There is a.
Tilak Prabhu, that's good. Otherwise, it would be like some Mughal.
Yeah,
The Bangalore thing. Tilak
No, there is a deeper meaning why there is a beard here. That means after receiving all the knowledge, he became a philosopher. Arjuna became a philosopher. He became a jnani. Now, jnani is just like our Prashant. He's a jnani. After marriage, he became a jnani. Madhuri is giving all the knowledge. Practical knowledge without speaking any word. Simply with eyes. So Madhuri can talk with eyes. So here the principle in this shloka. What is this shloka? Yadā viniyate cittam. What is the shloka? Yadā viniyate cittam atmanyeva vasishtate nispruha sarva kamebhyo yukta ityuchyate tada. So this one word is the crucial thing. Yukta. What's the meaning of yukta? We saw this word in the previous shloka also. Yuktahara viharasya. That means regulated. Yukta means regulated, controlled. We are talking about Pratyāhāra, right? Of Ashtanga Yoga. What is the number of this stage? Fifth stage. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, and then Pratyāhāra. Okay? Fifth one. So, first one is viniyataṁ-Dhyāna. It's talking about cittam. Cittam is related to mind. You have to control. You have to regulate your mind. You have to discipline your mind. And we saw during that Kulshekhara Alvar's Mukundamala Stotram, Cheto Bhaje Sridharam. In your mind, you always have to meditate on the beautiful form of the Lord. And then, second principle here is Atman eva vatishtate, situated in transcendence. Atmani eva vatishtate. So here that Atma can again refer to body, it can refer to mind, it can refer to soul. But here it refers to body because it's sense control, right? Pratyāhāra, we're talking about controlling the senses. The different limbs of the body are the different senses. So Atman eva vatishtate, engaging, situating all the senses in the sadhana. Ashtanga yogi who is doing the yoga sadhana, he completely fixes all the limbs of the body in that yoga sadhana. Third one is nispruha sarva kamebhyo, devoid of all material desire. So when these three principles are practiced by a Ashtanga yogi practitioner together, they are not independent processes, right? Ashtanga yoga practitioner has to apply all these principles together in a yukta, with yukta as the principal focal point here. Now Bhagavatam explains, now this is a contrast here, how a yogi, Ashtanga yogi, how he does, how he controls senses, how he does this Pratyāhāra and how difficult it is, versus how a bhakti yoga practitioner, how he controls the senses, or how he engages the senses in devotional service of God. So here, there are three kinds of people. An ordinary person who does not practice any yoga, and the impersonalist, Ashtanga yogi, and then Krishna conscious yogi who is a yogi practicing bhakti yoga. An ordinary person, even if there are small problems in life, even if somebody says something small, even if there is a small insult also, he is disturbed, he is agitated, his mind is highly agitated and he is very disturbed. And the Ashtanga yogi, what does he do? Artificially suppressing, okay? All the emotions, anger, agitation, everything will be coming, but he artificially suppresses them. But how long he can suppress? And what happens when he suppresses? The pressure builds up, right? And as a result, what happens? Burst అయిపోతుంది. అందరికీ తెలుసు ప్రాక్టికల్స్. Burst అయిపోతుంది. And Bhakti Yoga practitioner, he engages his mind in the service of the Lord. He engages his mind in meditating on the Lord. Even if there is a disturbance, even if there is an insult, what he will do? In his mind, he will think about the beautiful form of the Lord. Now we have experience with this also. Whenever there is a problem, after practicing, starting to attend these classes, and in the last 2-3 years, after learning Bhagavad Gita to some extent, whenever there is a problem in life, what do you do? Yes. Yeah. So you will get reminded of the art of tolerance principle. And what else you will do? Practically, what you will do? Okay, to tolerate. How will you tolerate?
Maybe Krishna is teaching us in some other way. Thinking.
Chanting.
Chanting, okay.
With these actions, we will tolerate this.
With your mind, what will you do?
Acceptance.
Accept. You will accept. You have to accept. There is no choice. But how will you accept?
By thinking that it's Krishna's plan.
It's a Krishna.
Karma.
Both are like Krishna's plan only, you will think.
But in your mind, you will do something in your mind, right?
Things are which are in our control, things are not in our control.
Yeah.
Krishna's.
Now, in your mind, you will think about the beautiful form of Krishna, right? Isn't that right?
Not yet, Prabhuji.
Not yet, huh?
To be honest, not yet. We will.
No, come on, everybody does that.
It is like we'll think that it's good for us, but not.
Again, chanting, remembering, indirectly remembering form of Krishna only. No, those are not different from those Krishna's
Yes,
form.
chanting, doing Hare Krishna japa, or chanting
Everything.
some stotrams. Yeah, they are also in your mind, right? In your mind. In your mind, you will be
Those are
doing all these.
nothing but a remembering of Krishna form. No.
Yes, that's also same. But most importantly, you will think, when there is a very difficult situation, you can't do anything. For example, you are in a hospital, you are on the bed, hospital bed, and you have to stay there for 1 hour, 2 hours, or whatever time. What else can you do? What else can you do with chanting? And in your form, in your mind, think about Krishna. The image that you saw in the temple when you come to the temple, or the image of a beautiful picture of Krishna that you find online, whatever attracts you. Okay? That means you are actively engaging your mind in meditating on Krishna. Whereas the Ashtanga yogi artificially suppresses the mind. The different turbulences of the mind, he will artificially control and suppress. Sense action, material sense gratification. An ordinary person, a materialistic person, he will engage his senses without thinking about good, bad, papa, punya. He doesn't care about anything. Ashtanga yogi, artificially stopping the senses. They will close their eyes, and they go to a forest so that they cannot hear any sound. They don't do any action. Whereas Bhakti Yogi practitioner, he will use all his senses in devotional service. Now, what is the result here? A materialistic person, when he is engaging all the senses without any regard to papa, punya, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Okay, they'll keep on going through the cycle of this birth, death, life cycle. Okay, and Ashtanga Yogi, they'll be able to achieve perfection, but after a very, very, very long time. After many, many, many lifetimes, and after a very, very long time. Which is not practical for this age. Whereas Bhakti Yoga, engaging the senses, engaging your mind and senses in devotional service, is very practical. I don't say it's easy, but it's practical at least. Again, it's not very easy, but with some practice, with some abhyasa, it can become easy. Now the same example, Ambarish Maharaj example that we discussed here. Now Bhagavatam also says, there is a beautiful section in Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 3rd chapter. There are 4 or 5 shlokas where Bhagavatam says, if we don't engage our senses in devotional service, what is the state of those senses? One who has not listened to the messages about the prowess and marvelous acts of personality of Godhead, and has not sung or chanted loudly the worthy songs about the Lord, is to be considered to possess ear holes like the holes of snakes, and tongue like a tongue of frog. That means those holes, those ear holes, which are not hearing Krishna Katha, are like snake holes. That means you see, what do you call that? What is that? Ant hill, na? Ant hill.
Actually, ants build that snake house.
But snakes will come and decide. Okay. Yeah. Anthill. So, through the holes of the anthill, only a snake can enter, because that is the house of the snake, or ants. So if we are not using our ears, our ear holes in receiving this Krishna Shabda, Krishna Katha Shabda, then they are nothing but the holes of snakes. And if our tongue is not glorifying the Lord, if the tongue is engaged in gossiping or talking all the useless topics, then it is like croaking of a frog. Croaking of a frog. How does the frog croaks? Baka, 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 baka. And what happens when the frog croaks like that? Snake will come. That means, yes, that's true. The frog is inviting the snake with his own sound. The frog is inviting. Swagatam, suswagatam, idamasam. The frog is inviting the snake. That means if we are gossiping, we are inviting death. We are inviting this serpent of death. We are inviting this serpent of death.
Ear holes, how it is bad. It's like a physical frog artho but how ear holes is bad. Ear holes like the holes of snake, how bad it is.
So if you don't hear Krishna Katha, but if you hear some gossiping, some nonsense topics, then what is going on inside? All dangerous things are going inside. When the snake is entering through the holes of anthill, snake is dangerous, it's poisonous.
Like a snake thing will happen.
Yeah, just like how a snake is poisonous, which is dangerous, entering into the anthill. Similarly, these gossips entering in through the holes of the ears, they are poisonous to your mind. They are poisonous to your consciousness. They'll contaminate your consciousness. Yeah. Next, the upper portion of the body, though crowned with a silk turban, that means the head, is only heavy burden if not bow down before the personality of Godhead, who can award mukti. And the hands, though decorated with glittering bangles, are like those of a dead man if not engaged in the service of personality of Godhead Hari. So even if there is a great king who wears a beautiful crown studded with so many expensive jewels, or if a lady, the queen of the kingdom, she is wearing beautiful bangles, golden, diamond, platinum bangles, but if those hands are not engaged in the service of the Lord, they are useless. Next, the eyes which do not look at the symbolic representation of the personality of Godhead Vishnu, his form, name, quality, etc., are like those printed on the plumes of the peacock, and the legs which do not move to the holy place are considered to be like tree trunks. Tree trunk. The tree, in Sanskrit, the tree is called Padapa. I think if you look at this Sloka here, there should be a word Padapa. Pada Runam Tau Dhruma Janma Bajo. Okay, anyways, one of the names of the tree in Sanskrit is Padapa. That means that entity which drinks water with the feet. And that's what the tree does, right? The tree, the roots of the tree are like the feet. The tree drinks water through the roots. Even if, but what is the use? Can the tree move from one place to another place? With its feet, it is drinking water, but it cannot move. Similarly, a person who has legs, but if he is going everywhere else and not coming to the temple, then it's as good as a tree standing there all the time. That means it's as good as you are not moving at all. Even though you are moving everywhere, you are actually not moving at all. Okay? Next. The person who has not at any time received the dust of the feet of the Lord's pure devotee upon his head is certainly a dead body. And the person who has never experienced the aroma of the tulsi leaves from the lotus feet of the Lord is also a dead body, although breathing. Basically, whatever we discussed from Mukundamala Stotra or from Ambarish Maharaj example, the same thing is presented here in a contrast way. What is the positive benefit there if you engage your senses in bhakti? And what is the negativity, or what is the opposite result that you get if you don't engage your senses in bhakti? That is in this section. That heart is steel framed, which in spite of once chanting the holy name of the Lord with concentration does not change when ecstasy takes place. Tears fill the eyes and the hair stand on end. See, bhakti is all about feelings and emotions. And it's all about relations. Feelings, emotions and relations. We can attend so many classes, we can learn so many stotrams, we can learn so many kirtans, we can sing so many bhajans, we can come to the temple every day, we can do so many services, we can do so many big projects. But if all of these activities do not result in developing good relations with devotees, if they do not result in developing some feelings and emotions for the devotees and for God, then that heart is steel framed. That heart is steel framed. So, in one sense, bhakti is very simple actually. Some people think that for them bhakti means doing some physical labor. Okay, coming to the temple and washing pots like 24 hours a day. When they do something like very hard labor, they think, okay, I'm doing something, some tangible. They need to see some tangible benefit. Okay, they feel some satisfaction. When they do that service, right? It's a service. They do some satisfaction, but that is self-satisfaction. But if that activity is not resulting in developing good relations within the devotee, within the community, with other people in the society, and if that activity is not resulting in developing feelings and emotions for Krishna, after all, why are we doing that service? It's for Krishna, right? To please Krishna. And if that is not happening, that means you are actually doing a maid servant job. Even though you are washing pots in the kitchen, in the temple kitchen, but you are actually doing the job of a maid servant. So you better sit on your sofa and watch TV. At least, you will have some nice entertainment. Yeah. So like that, in this section, the second canto, different how different limbs they can be wasted if they are not engaged in Krishna consciousness. Next shloka. Class ayipinda pillandi? Ayipinda? Okay. So should we recite Narasimha Stuti then? Okay, another 20 minutes. We'll do one more shloka and then Narasimha Stuti. Pillalu tintunnara? Huh? Okay. Then by the time they finish and come back here, we can do that. .19 यथा दीपो निवातस्थो नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता Yogino yata chittasya yunjhato yogamatmanaha. Yada as deepa, lamp, nivatastaha, in a place without wind, na does not ingate, ingate, waver, sa, this, upama, comparison, smrita is considered, yogina, of the yogi, yata chittasya, whose mind is controlled, yunjata, constantly engaged, yogam, in meditation, atmanaha, on transcendence. Okay, small purport. As a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist, whose mind is controlled, remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendent self. Now here Krishna is talking about the further stage. After Pratyāhāra, Dharana. Okay, he's talking about mind control here. The previous sloka 6.18 is Pratyāhāra, sense control, and here he is talking about mind control. Dharana, Dhyana, and then in the next sloka he will talk about Samadhi.
So previous sloka here, right? Krishna is telling you fix mind on self, right?
Yeah.
Instead he can say fix mind on me, right? Then it's easy for to understand that. Why? What is self? Is a new word again? What is that? Self. Is it beyond Krishna?
This one here remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendent self. So transcendent self means what? We can refer to Atma and Paramatma. See, this body is material. Atma is transcendental. Transcendental means Adhyatmika. The Sanskrit word or even Telugu word is Adhyatmika. Something related to Atma is transcendent.
Yeah, but in meditation, how can you fix the mind? Because
Paramatma. They fix the mind on Paramatma. This is not the mind. This transcendent self is not the mind. It is Paramatma. And yogis, they get darshan of Paramatma. The Chaturbhuja Narayana form, they get that darshan. In the advanced stage, yoga rukshu stage, they get darshan of Narayana. 400 form, Paramatma. And they get liberated. The yogis, Ashtanga yogis, who after practicing for hundreds of years, meditating on Paramatma, they get liberated and they go to Vaikuntha. Yeah. But some Ashtanga yogis, if they are meditating on the Brahman, if they are meditating on Brahma, the Brahma Jyoti, they go and merge in the Brahman platform.
is it void you saying? That's meditating on void.
No, void is another thing. That's another thing. There are three kinds of yoga practitioners. Three kinds of Ashtanga yoga practitioners. Yeah. So the Ashtanga yoga process as established by Patanjali. Patanjali is a devotee of God actually. So they say Patanjali is actually an avatar of Sankarsana.
Adisesha. Adisesha.
Sankarsana actually. Sankarsana. So Patanjali is a devotee. So the actual Ashtanga yoga established by Patanjali is meditating on Paramatma. Meditating on Paramatma. But later on, the different Mayavadis, they contaminated this process and they are either meditating on the Brahman or meditating on nothing, Shunyavadis.
I also don't understand, like, so this meditation Krishna is saying, right? If it is not perfect path to attain the perfect goal, like ultimate goal, right? I don't know why he is even teaching this meditation. This is not the path, right? So most people will say this is like incomplete path. It's not complete path, right? Only bhakti is the complete path as per
Yeah.
But why even Krishna is teaching this chapter? Like incomplete path is.
Yeah, so that when you have information of Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, and when you compare, you will find it very easy to practice Bhakti Yoga.
No, I can compare if there are paths are two different paths, but result is the same.
Yeah.
Then I can compare. One is even not going path, is even not going the destination, right? But how can I compare like Bhakti and destination?
No, the destination of both are same only. Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, destination is same. Ashtanga Yoga practitioner, if they are meditating on Paramatma, where will they go? Vaikuntha. Bhakti Yoga, where will they go? Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha or Goloka.
One is difficult and one is
Easy. Yeah. So Krishna is giving this contrast. One is very difficult, one is very easy.
Okay, that is merging with Brahman is that one is a different path.
That's a different path.
Okay.
Yeah. That is Dhyāna Yoga. This is Ashtanga Yoga. Merging into Brahman, that's Dhyana Yoga. Through speculative knowledge, they try to figure out maybe God is like this, God is like that. And then eventually they say God has no form, Nirguna Nirakara. And they go and merge in the Brahman.
But if you look at the history, all the rishis and then Maharshis, they selected only this Ashtanga Yoga path only, right? They did not select the Bhakti Yoga path. Majority of them. Like they go to secluded places and then they...
Yeah, majority of them, correct. For example, Vishwamitra, Shaubari Muni. Yeah, most of the Yajnavalkya, most of these yogis, yeah, they practiced Ashtanga Yoga only.
And what's the reason they selected that one when Bhakti Yoga is easy?
Oh, what's the reason? It's their choice.
I think that's how they portray through these movies or serials also, but they know the God has personification form.
Yeah, they know, but based on what we hear about Vishwamitra Muni, for example, right? So he's actually practicing Ashtanga Yoga only. So even with the smallest, sound of Menaka's ankle bells, he got disturbed. He was trying to completely avoid the senses. He was trying to withdraw his ears from hearing any sound. And as soon as he heard some sound, ankle bells of Menaka, then he got disturbed. Shaubari Muni, simply when he was looking at the fish, at two fish when they were mating under the water, he was sitting under the water and meditating, doing Ashtanga Yoga. And simply by watching two fish mating, he got agitated. So, yeah, we have many examples of yogis who are doing Ashtanga Yoga. At the same time, we have so many, innumerable number. Bhagavatam is full of devotees who are practicing Bhakti Yoga. Yeah. Ambarish Maharaj example we discussed now, right? He was practicing Bhakti Yoga. Yeah. Prahlada, Bhakti Yoga. So many examples in Bhagavatam practicing Bhakti Yoga. Now here, a truly Krishna conscious person, always absorbed in transcendence, in constant undisturbed meditation on his worshipable Lord, is as steady as a lamp in a windless place.
Prabhu, Ashtanga Yogi can be a Krishna conscious person as well. Because in all these purports, right, Prabhupada actually mentions like a true Krishna conscious person. But Ashtanga Yogis can not be like Krishna conscious also, right? They can just be Paramatma and they can...
Yeah. Yeah, in the purports, the translation purports, Prabhupada uses Bhakti Yoga language, but they are actually not worshipping the two-handed Krishna form, Shyam Sundar form. Yeah, they are either meditating on Paramatma or maybe some other form, some other form of Supreme. Maybe Vishnu, or maybe some people can meditate on Krishna form also.
Yeah, because in Bhagavatam also I read somewhere like where these yogis, right, they transcend slowly, like layer after layer. They go to other graha, like other planets, right, and then they go beyond that, and they like there are layers of the Brahman, and beyond that they break into, and then they slowly transcend to go to Vaikuntha or something.
No, eventually they go to Vaikuntha,
Yeah.
but they have to.
Journey is through like other planetary systems as well, but for bhakti yogis, it will not be like that, right? Like they will directly go, or they also will do the same.
So, an Ashtanga yogi, if they achieve perfection while they are on the earth planet, for example, somebody is meditating in Himalayas for hundreds and 200 years, and they have achieved perfection in this lifetime itself. Then from this lifetime, from this earth planet itself, they can go to Vaikuntha directly. Otherwise, they get promoted to higher planetary systems, and then eventually they'll go to Vaikuntha. So they have to plan their death. Ashtanga yogis, they have to plan their death so perfectly that they have 100% chance to go to Vaikuntha. Like they have to die during daytime. They have to die during some auspicious time. There are so many calculations. And they have to leave their prana through Sahasrara Chakra. There are so many conditions. Now, is it possible to take care of those conditions? We don't know how death will come. Even if you are in Himalayas, you don't know when a snake will come and bite you. So there's no guarantee to achieve perfection in Ashtanga Yoga in this lifetime. Okay, so now this 6.19 gives a beautiful analogy of a lamp that is wavering. When the lamp is not shielded by some enclosure, some container, if the lamp is let to waver through the gust of the wind, then what will happen? It will waver for some time and then go off, right? Whereas the same thing, similarly, our mind also. Our mind, if it is disciplined, and if there is a shield, like this enclosure for the lamp, then no matter how much amount of gust of wind is there, it will stay steady. Now, what is this enclosure for us in bhakti? What keeps us steady in bhakti? Just like this the glass container or enclosure keeps the lamp steady, right? Now, what keeps us steady in our bhakti?
Remembrance of God.
Our sadhana.
Remembrance of God. Okay?
Sadhana.
Sadhana. Yeah?
Devotees.
Okay? What else?
Listen to Krishna.
Listen to Krishna Katha. Okay?
Maybe our
Ruchi, right, Prabhu? Last week,
Ruchi.
Pashi Prabhu told here.
Okay? So the one thing that keeps these are all, in terms of tools and techniques, these are all valid answers. Okay? The tools and techniques are the different processes that you can use to achieve a goal. But what keeps you steady on the path is the goal. What did he say? Faith. Actually, you are right. You should have faith on the sadhya and the sadhana. Sadhya is the goal, the object of your sadhana. And you should have faith on your sadhana, that this sadhana of whatever you said, hearing Krishna Katha, association, what else are there, remembering God, these are all sadhana, these are all part of sadhana. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, you should have faith on these processes. You should also have faith on the goal. That means this sadhana will take me to the goal. So the one thing that keeps us steady in bhakti is the goal. You should be fixed on your goal. In your mind, you should be fixed on your goal. Determination, strong determination to achieve the goal. So if you have that, then your mind will not waver. Yadā dīpo nivātasto nengate sopamo smrita. And what's the next line?
Yogino
Yogino
yatachittasya
yata chittatma
yunjato
yata
yogamatmanaha.
yunjato yogamatmana. Yeah. So in these two shlokas, if you read these two shlokas, right, it appears as if we are reading some Bhakti Yoga section. Prabhupada is writing all about Bhakti Yoga in these shlokas. But this is actually Ashtanga Yoga. Just like how an Ashtanga Yogi practitioner, when he controls his senses, when he controls his mind, he is very close to achieving perfection. Similarly, for us, in Bhakti Yoga also, we have to do sense control and we have to do mind control. So when we do that, then we can achieve perfection in Bhakti Yoga. The steady flame. So in summary, the difference between Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga is, but Ashtanga Yoga practitioners, they reject everything. They reject everything, all the senses, they reject everything. Whereas Bhakti Yoga practitioners, they engage everything in the service of the Lord. Utility is the principle. You might have heard this. Utility is the principle. Utility means you have to use everything you have to use everything in the service of the Lord. Whether it is a material object or your bodily limbs, your senses, everything has to be engaged in the service of the Lord. Utility is the principle. Just like how we use electricity as a utility. Similarly, you don't reject anything. You don't reject any material object or you don't reject any of the senses, but you engage them. Positive engagement in bhakti way. Okay, so that's about the 18 and 19 shloka. Now we can do Narsimha Stuti. In 10-15 minutes, we can do Narsimha Stuti. You can call everybody. Actually, if they are eating also, they can bring the plates here, they can sit and listen.
Balaji temple lo baga chesaru. Govindaki Narasimha Swami.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't like that actually. See, the decoration is nice, but what are we doing there? You are putting a mask on Balaji's face. That means you are not considering Balaji as God, right? See, if you are considering a deity same as God, that means he is able to see through his eyes, he is able to hear through his ears, he is able to smell and breathe through his nose, he is able to speak or eat with his mouth. Now what did they do? they put a big mask on his face, covering his eyes, his nose, ears, mouth, everything. That means he is no longer God. Now ask the same pujari to put a mask and live for 2 days. Can they live like that? So that's why I don't like that. Especially when a deity, when they have done prana pratishtha to a deity, it should be respected in that form only. It's not like a Halloween mask you put on and whatever you like, you do that to deity. No, it should not be like that. That's actually disrespecting the deity. Okay, so maybe we can start the stuti and they will join. So this is the beautiful Narsimha Stotram recited by Prahlada in Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 9th chapter. There are about 45 shlokas starting from 7.9.8. Okay, 7th canto, 9th chapter, 8th shloka onwards. Now these are the prayers offered by Prahlada to Narsimhadev to pacify him. After killing Hiranyakashipu, Narasimha Swami, he was still with great anger. He was very furious. Nobody, all the devatas, they tried calming him down. Indra, Varuna, Agni, Vayu, Brahma, Shiva, even Lakshmi Devi, everybody tried controlling and calming him down. But he was not getting pacified. Then Brahma himself told Prahlada that I think Prahlada, only you can pacify your Lord. Then Prahlada recited these beautiful prayers.
ప్రభుజీ ఆ శ్లోకం చెప్పండి ప్రభుజీ ఒకసారి. ఓం నమో భగవతే నరసింహాయ.
Okay, yes. So the Prahlada prayers, they are in both 7th canto and 5th canto also. 7th canto, it's a detailed version of prayers. 5th canto, there are summary, like 5-6 shlokas are there. Okay, so let's do that one shloka first from 5th canto. This is a very famous shloka. Many of you know this already. If you don't know, you will know it now. So this is from 5th canto. Okay, this is actually a mantra, and it's very powerful, very potent. When you chant this every day, you can chant it like 3 times a day, 108 times a day, 21 times a day, whatever number works for you. So you can chant this every day. You will feel instant energy. So I'll chant.
Very popular on YouTube also.
It's very popular on YouTube. Yes. Yes. Yeah, this is a very powerful shloka. So I'll chant the mantra once and then I'll help you chant one line at a time. Yes, all the kids, come here. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Jastejase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Abhayamatmani Bhuyishta Om Shraum. I will recite 3 times and then I will help you recite, okay? Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. नमस्तेजस्तेजसे आविराविर्भव वज्रनका वज्रदंष्ट्र कर्माशयान् रन्धय रन्धय तमो ग्रस ग्रस ॐ स्वाहा अभयमभयमात्मनि भूयिष्ठा ॐ ॐ नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय नमस्तेजस्तेजसे आविराविर्भव वज्रनका वज्रदंष्ट्र कर्माशयान् रन्धय रन्धय तमो ग्रस ग्रस ॐ स्वाहा अभयमभयमात्मनि भूयिष्ठा ॐ Actually, this shloka recited by Prahlada, when Prahlada appeared from the pillar, when he appeared from the pillar, Hiranyakashipu asks Prahlada, right? You say your God Vishnu is present everywhere. Is he present in this pillar? Then Prahlada says, yes, he is present. And then Narasimha Swami appears from that pillar. Then Prahlada offers this prayer saying that, oh my Lord, please appear in front of me and also in my heart. There are demons externally and there are demons internally also. In my heart also there are demons. So please appear in my heart also and kill all the anarthas. Okay? So now let's recite one line at a time. We'll do 3 times, okay? Om Namo Bhagavate. No. I'll recite one line and then you repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namastejastejase Aviravirbhava. Namastejastejase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshtra. Vajranaka Vajradamshtra. Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Abhayam Abhayamatmani Bhuyishta. Abhayam Abhayamatmani Bhuyishta. Om Shraum. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namastejastejase Aviravirbhava. Namastejastejase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshtra. Vajranaka Vajradamshtra. Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Abhayam Abhayamatmani Bhuyishta. Abhayam Abhayamatmani Bhuyishta. Om Shraum. Om Shraum. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namastejastejase Aviravirbhava. Namastejastejase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshtra. Vajranaka Vajradamshtra. Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. अभयमभयमात्मनि भूयिष्ठा ॐ श्रां So this is a very powerful mantra. You can ask your kids to recite this every day. They can memorize, they can recite. You can also do it with the children. It's very powerful. Because it's a mantra. Compared to shlokas, which have just the names of the Lord, this is a mantra. It has bijaksharas. It's fully potent with the spiritual energy. Okay, it's already 2:05. Yeah, we can do it. Because we started late today, right? We can do Prahlada's stuti also. Okay. How do you want to do? You want to sing along?
Let's do single.
Okay. Let's try one shloka, singing along. If that doesn't work, then I will sing one line and then you repeat after me. But first I'll show you how to sing the shloka in the tune. So you have everything, Telugu, Hindi, English, everything. Huh? Multi-language. Shri Prahlada Uvacha Brahmadaya Suragana Munayota Siddha Satvaikatana Matayo Vachasam Pravahe Naraditum Puruganai Radunapi Pipruhu Kintoshtumarhati Same Harirugrajate Manyedanabhijanarupatapashrutauja Steja Prabhava Balapurusha Buddhi Yoga Naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumsa Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayutapaya Viprabhi Shadganatyutadaravindhanabha Padaravinda Vimukach Vacham Parishtam Manyeta mano vachane hitardha pranam punati sakulam natu bhuri manaha Manyeta mano vachane hitardha pranam punati sakulam natu bhuri manaha Naivatmana prabhurayam nijalabha purno Manam janada vidusha karuno vrinite Naivatmana prabhurayam nijalabha purno Manam janada vidusha karuno vrinite Yadhyajjano bhagavate vidaditamanam Tachatmane pratimukasya yatamukashri Yadhyajjano bhagavate vidaditamanam Tachatmane pratimukasya yatamukashri Tasmadaham vigata viplava ishvarasya Sarvatmana mahigrinami yatamanisham Tasmadaham vigata viplava ishvarasya Sarvatmana mahigrinami yatamanisham नीचो जया गुणविसर्गमनुप्रविष्टा पूयेत येन हि पुमाननुवर्णितेन सर्वे ह्यमी विधिकरास्तव सत्यधाम्नो ब्रह्मादयो वयमिवेश न चोद्विजन्तः क्षेमाय भूताय उतात्मसुखाय चास्य विक्रीडितं भगवतो रुचिरावतारैः तद्यच्च मन्युमनुरश्च हतस्त्वयाध्व मोदेत साधुरपि वृश्चिकसर्पहत्या लोकाश्च निर्मृतिमिता प्रतियन्ति सर्वे रूपं नृसिंहविभयाय जना स्मरन्ति नाहं बिभेम्यजिततेति भयानकास्य जिह्वार्कनेत्रभ्रकुटीरवसोग्रदंष्ट्रात् आन्त्रस्रजक्षतजकेसरशङ्कुकर्ण निर्ह्यादभीतदिगिबादरिभिन्नकाग्रात् तस्त्र्योऽस्महं कृपणवत्सलदुस्सहोग्र संसारचक्रकदनाग्रसतां प्रणीतः बुद्धस्य कर्म विदुषत्तमतीङ्घ्रिमूलम् प्रीतोपवर्गमरणं ह्ययसेकधानो यस्मात् प्रिया प्रियवियोग सयोग जन्म शोकाग्निना सकलयोनिषु दह्यमानः
यस्मात् प्रिया प्रियवियोग संयोग जन्म शोकाग्निना सकलयोनिषु दह्यमानः
दुःखौषधं तदपि दुःखमतद्धियाहं भूमन् भ्रमामि वद मे तव धान्ययोगम्
दुःखौषधं तदपि दुःखमतद्धियाहं भूमन् भ्रमामि वद मे तव धान्ययोगम्
सोऽहं प्रियस्य सुहृदपरदेवताय लीलाकथास्तव नृसिंह विरिञ्च गीताः
सोऽहं प्रियस्य सुहृदपरदेवताय लीलाकथास्तव नृसिंह विरिञ्च गीताः
अञ्जस्मिरस्य नुगृणन् गुणविप्रमुक्तो दुर्गाणि ते पदयुगालय हंससङ्गः बालस्य नेह शरणं पितरौ नृसिंह नार्तस्य चागदमुधन्वति मज्जतो नौः
बालस्य नेह शरणं पितरौ नृसिंह नार्तस्य चागदमुधन्वति मज्जतो नौः
तप्तस्य तप्रतिविधिर्व इहाञ्जसेष्टा स्तावद्विभो तनुभृतां त्वदुपेक्षितानाम्
तपस्य
यस्मिन् यतो यर्हि येन च यस्य यस्मात् यस्मै यथा यदुतयस्त्वपरपरो वा
यस्मिन् यतो यर्हि येन च यस्य यस्मात् यस्मै यथा यदुतयस्त्वपरपरो वा
भावः करोति विकरोति पृथक् स्वभावः संचोदितस्तदखिलं भवतः स्वरूपम्
भावः करोति विकरोति पृथक् स्वभावः संचोदितस्तदखिलं भवतः स्वरूपम्
मायामना सृजति कर्मयं बलीयः कालेन चोदितगुणानुमतेन पुंसः छन्दोमयं यदजयार्पितषोडशारं संसारचक्रमजकोत्तितरे त्वधन्यः सत्त्वं हि सत्सत्त्वं हि नित्यविजितात्मगुणस्वधाम्ना कालो वशीकृतविसृज्य विसर्गशक्तिः चक्रे विस्पष्टमजयेश्वर षोडशारे निष्पीड्यमानमुपकर्ष विभो प्रपन्नम्
चक्रे विशिष्टमजयेश्वर षोडशारे निष्पीड्यमानमुपकर्ष विभो प्रपन्नम्
दृष्टा मया दिवि विभो किल धिष्ण्यपानम् आयुश्रियो विभव इच्छति याञ्जनोऽयम्
दृष्टा मया दिवि विभो किल धिष्ण्यपानम् आयुश्रियो विभव इच्छति याञ्जनोऽयम्
यस्मत्पितुः कुपितः स विजृम्भितभ्रू विस्फूर्जितेन लुलिता स तु ते निरन्तः
यस्मत्पितुः कुपितः स विजृम्भितभ्रू विस्फूर्जितेन लुलिता स तु ते निरन्तः
तस्माधमोस्तनुभृता महमाशिजोग्न आयुश्रियं विभवमैन्द्रियमाविरिञ्चात् नेच्छामि ते विलुलितानुर्विक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनय मां निजभृत्य पार्श्वम्
नेच्छामि ते विलुलितानुर्विक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनय मां निजभृत्य पार्श्वम्
कुत्राशिषश्रुतिसुखा मृगतृष्णिरूपाः क्वेदं कलेबरमशेषरुजां विरोहः
कुत्राशिषश्रुतिसुखा मृगतृष्णरूपा क्वेदं कलेबरमशेषरुजां विरोहः
निर्विद्यते न तु जनो यदपीति विद्वान् कामानलं मधुलभैः शमयन् दुरापैः
निर्विद्यते न तु जनो यदपीति विद्वान् कामानलं मधुलभैः शमयन् दुरापैः
वाहं रजप्रभव ईशतमोदिकेऽस्मिन् जातः सुरेतरकुले क्वतवानुकम्पा
वाहं रजप्रभव ईशतमोदिकेऽस्मिन् जातः सुरेतरकुले क्वचतानुकम्पा
न ब्रह्मणो न तु भवस्य न वैरमाय यन्मेऽर्पितः शिरसि पद्मकरप्रसादः
ब्रह्मणो न तु भवस्य न वैरमाय यन्मेऽर्पितः शिरसि पद्मकरप्रसादः
नैषा परावरमतिर्भवतो ननु स्यात् जन्तोर्यथात्मसुहृदो जगतस्तथापि
नैषा परावरमतिर्भवतो ननु स्यात् जन्तोर्यथात्मसुहृदो जगतस्तथापि
संसेवया सुरतरोरिव ते प्रसादः सेवानुरूपमुदयो न परावरत्वम्
संसेवया सुरतरोरिव ते प्रसादः सेवानुरूपमुदयो न परावरत्वम्
एवं जनं निपतितं प्रभवाहि कूपे कामाभिकाममनुयः प्रपतन् प्रसङ्गात्
एवं जनं निपतितं प्रभवाहि कूपे कामाभिकाममनुयः प्रपतन् प्रसङ्गात्
कृत्वात्मसात् सुरीर्षणा भगवन् गृहीतः सोऽहं कथं नु विसृजे तव भृत्य सेवाम्
सोऽहं कथं नु विसृजे तव भृत्य सेवाम्
मत्प्राणरक्षणमनन्तपि दुर्वधश्च मन्ये स्वभृत्वऋषिवाक्यमृतं विधातुम् खड्गं प्रगृह्य यदवोचदनस्त्वतिस्तु स्वामीश्वरो मदपरो कं हरामि
स्वामीश्वरो मदपरो
एकस्त्वमेव जगदेतदमुष्ययत्वम् आद्यन्तयो पृथगवस्यसि मध्यतश्च
एकस्त्वमेव जगदेतममुष्य यत्त्वम् आद्यन्तयो पृथगवस्यसि
सृष्ट्वा गुणाव्यतिकरं निजमाययेधम् नानेव तैरवसितस्तदनुप्रविष्टः
सृष्टागुणव्यतिकरं निजमाययेदं नानेव तैरवसितस्तदनुप्रविष्टः
त्वं वा इदं सदसदीश भवांस्तधोऽन्यो माया यदात्मपरबुद्धिर्यं ह्यपार्थ
त्वं वा इदं सदसदीश भवांस्तधोऽन्यो माया यदात्मपरबुद्धिर्यं ह्यपार्थ
यद्यस्य जन्मनिधनं स्थितिरीक्षणं च तद्वै तदेव वदष्टितर्वोः
यद्यस्य जन्मनिधनं स्थितिरीक्षणो च तद्वै तदेव वसुकालवदष्टितर्वोः
न्यस्येध्यमात्मनि जगद्विलयां भूमध्ये शेषेत्मना निजसुखानुभवो निरीहः
शेषेत्मनात्मनि जगद्विलयां मध्ये शेषेत्मना निजसुखानुभवो निरीहः
योगेन मीलितदृगात्मनि पीतनिद्रा स्तुर्ये स्थितो न तु तमो न गुणाश्च युक्षे
योगेन वीर्यदृगात्मविपीत निद्रस् स्तुर्ये स्थितो न तु तमो न गुणाश्च युक्षे
तस्यैव ते वपुरिदं निजकालशक्त्या संचोदित प्रकृतिधर्मण आत्मगूढम्
तस्यैव ते वपुरिदं निजकालशक्त्या संचोदित प्रकृतिधर्मण आत्मगूढम्
आम्भस्यनन्तशयनाद्विरमत्स्य माधे नाभेरभूत् स्वकखिणावटवन्महब्धम्
आम्भस्य शयनाद्विरमत्स्य समाधे नाभेरभूत् स्वकखिणावटवन्महब्धम्.
Hungry, people are hungry. तत्सम्भव कविरतो न्यदवश्यमानः त्वां बीजमात्मनि ततं स्वबहिर्न चिन्त्य
तत्सम्भव कविरतो न्यदवश्यमानः त्वां बीजमात्मनि ततं स्वबहिर्विचिन्त्य
नाविन्ददब्दशतमप्सु निमज्जमानो जाते कुरे कतमुहोपलभेत बीजम्
नाविन्ददब्दशतमप्सु निमज्जमानो जाते कुरे कतमुहोपलभेत बीजम्
सत्त्वात्मयोनिरतिविस्मित आश्रितोऽब्धम् कालेन तीव्रतपसा परिशुद्धभावः
सत्त्वात्मयोनिरतिविस्मित आश्रितोऽब्धम् कालेन तीव्रतपसा परिशुद्धभावः
त्वामात्मनीश भुवि गन्धमिवाति सूक्ष्मम् भूतेन्द्रियाशमये वितथं ददर्श
त्वामात्मनीश भुवि गन्धमिवाति सूक्ष्मम् भूतेन्द्रियाशमये वितथं ददर्श
एवं सहस्रवदनाङ्घ्रिशिरङ्करोरु नासास्य कर्णनयनाभरणायुधाढ्यम्
एवं सहस्रवदनाङ्घ्रिशिरङ्करोरु नासास्य कर्णनयनाभरणायुधाढ्यम्
मायावयं सदुपलक्षितसन्निवेशम् दृष्ट्वा महापुरुषमापमुदं विरिञ्चः
मायामयं सदुपलक्षितसन्निवेशम् दृष्ट्वा महापुरुषमापमुदं विरिञ्चः
तस्मै भवान् हयशिरस्तनुवं च बिभ्रत् वेदद्रुहावति बलौ मधुकैटभाख्यै
तस्मै भवान् वेदद्रुहावति बलौ मधुकैटभाख्यै
हत्वा नयच्युतिगणां स्तुरजस्तमश्च सत्वं तव प्रियतमां तनुमाननन्ति
सत्वं तव प्रियतमां तनुमाननन्ति
इत्थं युतिर्गृषिदेव जशावतारैः लोकान् विभाययसि हंसि जगत्प्रतीपान्
लोकान् विभावयसि हंसि जगत्प्रतीपान्
धर्मं महापुरुषपासि युगानुवृत्तम् छन्नः कलौ यदभवस्त्रियुगोत सत्त्वम्
धर्मं महापुरुषपासि युगानुवृत्तम् छन्नः कलौ यदभवस्त्रियुगोत सत्त्वम्
नैतन्मनस्तकथासु विकुण्ठनात् सम्प्रीयते धुरितदुष्टमसाधु तीव्रम्
नैतन्मनस्तकथासु विकुण्ठनात्
कामातुरं हर्षशोकभयैषणार्हं नार्थं तस्मिन् कथं तव गतिं विमृशामि दीनः जिह्वैकतोऽच्युत विकर्षति मा वितृप्ता शिष्णोऽन्यतस्य उदरं श्रवणं कुतश्चित् ग्राणोऽन्यतश्च फलदृक् क्वचित् कर्मशक्ति बह्यस्नपत्य इव गेहपतिं लुनन्ति एवं स्वकर्मपतितं भव वैतराण्यम् अन्योन्यजन्म मरणाशनभीतभीतम् पश्यन् जनं स्वपदविग्रहवैरमैत्रम् हन्तेति पारचरपि प्रहिमूढमध्य कोन्वत्र ते किल गुरो भगवन् प्रयास उत्तारणे स्वभव संभव लोपहेतोः मूढेषु वै महदनुग्रह आर्तबन्धो किं तेन ते प्रियजनानुसेवतां नः नैवोद्विजेत् परदुरत्ययवैतरण्याः त्वद्वीर्यगायनमहामृतमग्नचित्तः शोचे ततो विमुखचेतस इन्द्रियार्था मायासुखाय भरमुद्वहतो विमूढान् प्रायेण देव मुनयः स्वविमुक्तिकामा मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठाः नैतान् विहाय कृपणान् विमुमुक्ष एको नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्ये यन्मैथुनादिगृहमेदि सुखं हि तुच्छं कण्डूयनेन करयोरिव दुःखदुःखम् तृप्यन्ति नेह कृपणा बहुदुःखभाजः कण्डूतिवन्मनभिजं विषहेत धीरः मौनव्रतश्रुततपोऽध्ययनस्वधर्म व्याख्यारहो जपसमाधय आपवर्ग्याः प्रायः परं पुरुषते त्वजितेन्द्रियाणं वार्ता भवन् सुत नवात्र तु धुङ्कि वार्ता भवन् सुतनवात्र तु धाम्बिकानाम्
प्रायः पुरुषते त्वदीयानां वार्ता भवन्त्युतनवात्र
रूपे इमे सदसति देव वेद सृष्टे बीजाङ्कुरारिव न चान्यदरूपकन्या Rupakasya, that's the end of the line, and then Yukta samakṣamubhayatra vichangshate tvam yogena maknimivadharshu nānyatasyāt.
Yukta samakṣamubhayatra vichangshate tvam yogena maknimivadharshu nānyatasyāt.
Tvam vāyuragniravaniर्vayamudbhumatra pranendriyani hridayam chidanugrahascha.
Tvam vāyuragniravaniर्vayamudbhumatra pranendriyani hridayam chidanugrahascha.
Sarvam tvameva saguno vigunascha bhuman नान्यस्त्वधस्त्यपि मनो वचसा निरुक्तम्.
सर्वं त्वमेव सगुणो विगुणश्च भूमान् नान्यत्वदस्त्यपि मनो वचसा निरुक्तम्.
नैते गुणा न गुणिनो महदादयो यो सर्वे मनः प्रभृतया सह देवमर्त्याः. आद्यन्तवन्त उरुगाय विदधति हि त्वाम् एवं विमृश्य सुधियो विरमति शब्दात्. तत्तेर्हत्तम नमस्तुति कर्म पूजाः कर्म स्मृतिश्चरणयो श्रवणं कथायाम्.
तत्तेर्हत्तम कर्म पूजा कर्म स्मृतिश्चरणयो श्रवणं कथायाम्.
संसेवया त्वयि विनेति षडङ्गया किं भक्तिं जनः परमहंस गतौ लभेत.
संसेवया त्वयि विनेति षडङ्गया किं भक्तिं जनः परमहंस गतौ लभेत.
श्रीनारद उवाच एतावद्वर्णितगुणो भक्तेन निर्गुणः प्रक्राधं प्रणतं प्रीतो यथा मन्युरभासत. श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रक्रादभद्रभद्रं ते प्रीतोऽहं ते सुरोत्तमा. वरं वृणीशाभिमतं कामपूरोऽस्म्यहं नृणाम्. श्रीभगवानुवाच मां प्रणीतमायुष्मान् दर्शनं दुर्लभं हि मे. दृष्ट्वा मां न पुनर्जन्तुरात्मानं तप्तुमर्हति. प्रीणत्ति तमां धीराः सर्वभावेन साधनः सर्वभावेन साधवः श्रेयस्कामा महाभागा सर्वासामाशितं पतिम् श्रीनारद उवाच एवं प्रलभ्यमानोऽपि वरैर्लोकप्रलोभनैः एकान्तित्वात् भगवती नैचत्तान् असुरोत्तमः हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे विघ्न विनाशक श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। At least we have the satisfaction that in our life we have recited Prahlada Stuti or Narsimha Stotram at least once. Okay? So do not die without reciting all the stotrams in Bhagavatam. Before you die, recite all the stotrams in Bhagavatam. Until then, don't die. The moment you recite all the stotrams, then you can die. Any time after that. So what does that mean? That means if you are living and you are not reciting these stotrams, consider yourself as dead. Okay? If you are living, enjoying all the material comforts and not reciting these stotrams from Bhagavatam, consider yourself as dead. Why did Prabhupada spend so much of time? Why did he work so hard writing Bhagavatam, giving commentary on each of these shlokas, written by Vasudev or spoken by Shukadev Goswami, so that all of us can spend some time at least to recite. We don't have to write commentaries, we don't have to write books, but at least we have to recite. And in between we can earn. In between we can sleep. Okay? So thank you for staying a little late, and we can head out to lunch now. Thank you. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, we are still here, Prabhu.